Well, hi everybody. I was getting ready to go to bed. It's almost 3 in the morning. And I went to wash my makeup off and I thought, go do another video. So I came back in here. I came up with some more stuff that people have asked me the last couple of weeks. One wanted to know about Kavanaugh. Haven't read about him. I read about him, I don't know, about 5 weeks ago. And it looked like something was coming up about him. And sure enough, it did. And don't know where that's going. And DeJoy and Rudy. Let me see if I can get my cards over here closer to me. I've got them way out of whack. So this is I guess to get rid of DeJoy, they have to get rid. Oh, anyway, just kind of started right out there. My name is Lynn, and don't forget to push the thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe, because that helps me on my channel. And I'm going to read some cards here on DeJoy at the post office and see if he's going bye-bye. Now, they have to, I guess, get rid of the whole board of directors or something, because they're the only ones that can fire him. But to keep everybody's peace of mind, they have got to get him out of there. There's so much voter suppression going on. That's the last thing we need, is him in there tearing up the post office for another 4 years. So Biden's got to get him out of there. And I hope he can show that he's got enough strength to get him out of there. I can't believe how Donald Trump could just act like a king and proclaim this and proclaim that and everything else, and it just happened automatically, even if it was kicking people out of the service or whatever was going on. Stuff you'd generally need 1,000 sets of papers for. How did he fire the last guy at the post office? Maybe he put some people on the board that were unworthy. But anyway, if it could be done by him, it can be done back the other way, and they need to do it no matter what it takes. So, but let's see, is DeJoy going or is DeJoy staying? Is DeJoy going or is DeJoy staying? DeJoy going or is DeJoy staying? Before I cut him, I'm going to look on the bottom. They better get rid of him. He's still messing with everything he can get his little frickin' hands on. So, let's see what's going on here. Well, the signifier in this reading is justice, and for justice to come through, yes, he's gone. That should be the only card I need out of this, but I'm going to go ahead and do the Celtic cross. If he don't just almost leave on his own or get off of there, they might follow the money, and if they do, he's going to be in big trouble with justice, because you know that there was payments going on there. Got the foundation, the Ace of Cups. That's another yes. That's saying, yeah, these cards are right. Money changed hands where it shouldn't have. and there's probably going to be somebody to tell on them. I'm hoping him still being there is the delay. Something got held up. Let's see if it's going to come out. About a partnership, and you know who that was with. That was with Donald Trump when he was in office. The Biden administration's trying to look back through this and make sure it's legal, however they get rid of him and how they let him go. So that's what's going on with that. God, it's bright. In my eyes even, it's bright. I don't know how I managed to do this, but I do. Turn that down just a little bit, maybe it won't hurt my eyes. Judges and judgment and the laws around this. So they might have to get rid of him because they come out and prove he broke the law, because it looks like I don't know, something's coming forward about some money changing hands and some money that was put back for him personally. So it might be kicked out of there because he gets indicted or arrested or something, instead of just loses his job because they go in and fire his ass. He thinks he's got it made. Wait till they start following the money. We're all wanting to see this done right away. But it looks like we all need to take a deep breath. I think money was coming to him from overseas. Just like everybody else. I think he was in on that foreign money. And he was already a billionaire or something, so it was really super money. It was a lot of money. A lot of money coming in. And I think the House of Representatives has got the goods on him. And they're going to be coming in and presenting it as soon as they get it together and get enough time. And they're so busy right now. They're busy night and day. But there's already some kind of committee or something working on from the House about all kinds of money that was put somewhere it shouldn't have been, because of the post office or because of him being in charge of it or in his personal accounts. Some of it coming in from overseas. We're not going to hear about this for at least 3 weeks. Well, it's already the spring. Could be quicker than that. Could be quicker than 3 weeks. Going to be money that was channeled in the wrong direction, to hang up the mail, partnership with Trump. The government's going to be closing in around on him over money that's places it's not supposed to be. Justice is coming through, and he's definitely going bye-bye. So that's what I got on those cards. And but the most interesting one to me is going to be the one on Kavanaugh. That was DeJoy. I want to see Kavanaugh's. Definitely want to see Kavanaugh's. I just took those all back in there in the same place. I don't want to do that. I want to put them in. I don't know what it is, but I can have 15 decks laying here, and there's nothing like this brilliant deck to work for me. I'm tired, and whatever. It just comes through. Spirit just jumps right out of this deck. I love this deck. And of course, it's my best shuffling deck because it's my best broke-in one. Oh, it's in the drawer. Started to say I should probably get that golden tarot out. I haven't used it for a while. It's so bulky. But it's good when you're working with anything to do with the law or the government. But I'm pretty sure these cards here work for Kavanaugh. I want to tell everybody hello. If you didn't see my video before this, just because I only made it about 3 or 4 hours ago doesn't mean the same people's there. So I just want to thank you for watching. If you want a personal reading, it's lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. Lynn Tarot Readings with an S, readings. lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. And get a hold of me, and I'll get right back with you and set you up with an appointment if you want a personal card reading. And I've got a lot of openings right now because I just got through, had a lot of people backed up, and I just got through going through all of them. That's one reason I've been so busy and I haven't been doing cards this week. I've just been doing readings. So I'm open and ready. What they call it, locked and loaded, ready to read for people. So tower there on the bottom. Let me get them all mixed up here. These are for Kavanaugh. Old Brecky Kavanaugh. Old handsy man. Beer guzzling, womanizing Kavanaugh. And this is about the FBI, because they did not, everybody who had a brain in their head knew they didn't do an investigation into his background in 4 days. That it was just a bunch of bullshit being pulled by the Trump Association. I'm going to call them the Trump Association from now on instead of administration. That sounds better. It was like a Trump Association. It was like everything he said had to be done right away without any counseling. Anyway, it was still unreal. It was like an unreal nightmare watching him go do that whole thing. So Kavanaugh. Wow. That's a signifier he's out in the cold. He is thrown out in the cold. His whole life is changing. It's the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new. And it's going to be justice. So that would have to mean that he's being pulled out of there. Have people in there throwing fits like he was when he was, and lying like he did. The decision's not made yet whether to go after, whether to throw him out of there, but I think pretty sure the decision's been made to check out why that investigation wasn't done, why they were blindsided on that investigation. And we got the victory card coming in above judgment, above the world card, and above him being thrown out in the cold. And we've got, yes, he's going to be thrown out in the cold. Some female's going to check into this, or either prosecute it, or bring up charges, or something. It's going to be a female. Maybe somebody works at the FBI or something. I don't know. Probably a female judge or something, but this is going to be researched by a female or something. It's where the power's coming through, the Queen of Swords. and it's going to bring out an offer that was made to him, probably the offer to pay off his gambling debts if he would vote the right way. It was a deal made in private. And it was to pay off his addictions. So I think that hopefully, because we've got the A's here, that this is coming to the surface. So we got him being out in the cold, a total change of lifestyle and work and everything else. Judgment coming forward after being delayed. The people being the winners. Him being gone. Female prosecutor or somebody to bring evidence or state's evidence, maybe more females, that was trying to get it across what they'd done to him, and nobody wanted to talk to him in the FBI. That he was offered payoffs, like paying off his gambling debts, or maybe drinking bill, who knows. And a deal was cut under the table. And it's not going to work out for him. He's got the 5 of Cups. So yeah, so Kavanaugh's going. Kavanaugh's going too. Linda G's been saying this ever since he got put in there. She is really, really connected in. And I know a lot of times I used to hear her say that, and I used to think, oh, I wish I had your faith. There is no way they're ever going to get rid of him. But that's twice I've read on him in the last 6 weeks, and both times it says he's going. So, even my cards are saying he's going, so that's, I say he's going. And the other one is, everybody wants me to read on, is over. Whatever. The instigator. Roger. I want to call him Roger White, but that's not his name. What the hell's his name? Stone. Stone sounds like a kind of a sexy, good name, and it just does not fit him at all. I think that's why I have so much trouble. I can always remember Roger, but I can never add the Stone onto it because that name does not fit him. Roger Dodger, maybe. Roger Dodger, 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 Roger Dodger, Dodger. Let's see what's going on with you, Roger Stone. Piece of crap, you. Sorry, God, I shouldn't be calling people piece of craps. He wasn't when he was born. You made him perfect. That's just what happens to some people when you got negative energy around them for 80 years. So let's see what's going on here. Roger Stone, Roger Stone, Roger Stone, secret deals. That's his life story right there on the bottom. That's what he does. It's caused confusion. He was behind that Brooks Brothers riot. They got Bush in the first time without even counting the votes in Florida. Probably had a lot to do with what went on at the Capitol, truth be known. Anyway, let's see what's going on. I'm just going to cut these. Boy, they're digging around in something they've got of his. They must have picked up some stuff at his house or subpoenaed something, or if they haven't, they're getting ready to. They're looking, and they're looking deep. He knows it too. He's not sleeping good at night. He still thinks he's a fucking miracle worker. I think he's been playing both sides of the table for so long think he's been an informer on both sides, on for the for what most people would think of as good. They're not necessarily always good, but for the FBI on our side, and I think he's just been into it, just like Manafort, working both sides for a long time, so he thinks that he's covered. The past influence on the present was he got out of everything because the slimy Republicans were covering his ass. And his whole game all of his life's been illusion, delusion, and he figures he can elude and delude this too. But he's not going to be able to, because here comes justice. You notice how justice keeps coming out in all my cards. So here comes justice for him. Something about his ties to Russia. You know, there's only one of those in the deck. About all the money that got changed hands because of his ties to Russia. He's terrified that he's not going to get out of this. Terrified that he's not going to get out of this. And he's worried about if his money's going to last for the lawyers, because he knows he's not getting nothing from Trump. Or if he can get to his money to pay the lawyers, because there was a lot of money that exchanged hands. So, they're looking deep. He's losing sleep over it. He still thinks he's some kind of a magic man. He never really was recently, but this Trump kept him out of trouble. This whole job illusion, delusion. Justice is coming after his ass for stuff he did with Russia and the money he took in from Russia. And he's going to be a broken man because they're going to find all the money. They're going to follow the money, and that's going to put him in trouble too. All these sound just about all alike. Should have asked. Well, there's no timetable. I keep waiting for something big to start breaking here. I feel like it's going to happen. At least I waited all day for it to happen today. I think it's going to happen before the end of the week. I mean, you know, everybody's all they can talk about, you know, which is horrible, these shootings, but that's how the news is. They hone in on something and they beat it to death like a dead horse. Not that it shouldn't be talked about, and not that the gun laws need to be changed, but they also are supposed to be reporting political news and on other things, and there's enough of political news going on. They shouldn't just get on one subject and stay on it. Just like all this bullshit at the border. There's no more crisis at the border than there's been in the last 10 years. That's what that border is for people to come for asylum. That's what our whole United States is about, is people coming for asylum. And they're trying to make it like somebody's literally and frickin' invading us. It really doesn't do the people of the United States any good to have the news hype this like they do. The more I watch corporate news, the more I can't stand to watch it. I just want to pull my hair out or throw something at the TV. So let's see what's going on with Rudy Giuliani. I guess all roads lead to Russia. Look at this card here. And you've seen how many times I shuffled those and cut them and everything else. All roads lead to Russia. And he's in deep doo-doo about his connections and everything he was behind. Wow. Shady stuff, bad stuff. We're not going to have any idea how bad this was till it comes out. He might die before he goes to court. He looks pretty healthy. But once he really finds out that he's in trouble, I think his blood pressure and everything else is going to go crazy. There's something It's not just the end of an era. It's going to show what a traitor he's been. Really come out in the open what a traitor he's been. For fun and entertainment only. This is YouTube. Well, he thinks he'd probably get an offer if he gets in a lot of trouble and he can talk his way out of it. But I don't think he's going to get an offer. I think they got enough stuff on him. They don't need to offer him anything. Excuse me. Got the hiccups now. Well, I don't know if he's in trouble in New York or what, because here's this Queen of Swords again, and that's, I got it in the last one. Got it in one earlier tonight when I read on somebody else. Is this Letitia James? I kept thinking it was going to be Eric Garland. Not Eric Garland, Merrick Garland. But it might be Letitia James that's going to end up filing on these people. He might get an offer, but he's not going to like it because it's not going to get him out of jail. But it might be to go lighter, but he's not going to like it. But they're going to have the goods on him, so he might as well take it. Because they got people talking already that's close to him that knows what was going on. So this is what's going on with Rudy. He's in all kinds of trouble. This guy's in trouble. First he's with Russia. It's coming out. His connections with Trump. That he was the go-between. Don't know if he'll live to see jail. At least it's the ending of his life as he knows it. His lifestyle. This is the money that was brought in. Slowly and carefully. He thinks he might be able to make an offer and get out of this. There's no way. There's strong women involved coming after him. They're going to give him an offer he's not going to want because he's going to get caught with the goods. They've got the goods on him. And there's also a spy. There's somebody that's close to him that's telling on him. So that's what's going on with him, folks. And I'm really tired and I'm exhausted. I don't even know how much of this I'm going to be able to use tomorrow when I look through it. So I'm going to let you go for tonight. And thank everybody for watching. And thank you for being so kind. And I love you all. And Namaste.